Hey, it's Mucha from Video Editing Services, where we like to say record, upload to the cloud, and we'll take care of the rest. And in this next series of videos, what I wanted to do was focus a little bit more and give you ongoing tips on how to record video that once passed on to us. We can do our whiz-bang magic to it. Now, if you have not watched the video I spoke on the camera and the fact that the phone can just be the best thing that you can use to record video sort of consistently and frequently, go ahead and watch that video because it will help you, and it will also help put some context on this one. But what I wanted to focus on a little bit more now in today's video was the whole thing on sound, and just to further demonstrate sound, because something happened last week where I lost it a little bit with my team. Cutting a very long story short, we were sent a video and the quality of the sound on that video was poor. It just wasn't good. The video, the content of it was excellent. The client is a very reputable person who does exceptional work in the world. The visual aspect, because it was done on a phone, was good, but the audio was terrible. And I had a right go at the team, and you know, I had to eat some humble pie because, you know, Joseph came back to me and he said, "Well, boss, we told you a few weeks ago that this wasn't good." And I said, well, you know, I was like Joe Morton, Keanu Reeves' boss in Speed, where he just lost it. He goes, "You're fired, everybody's fired." You know, I just really was unhappy with the quality. So what I wanted to do here was highlight the difference when you use a mic, when you don't use a mic with your phone, and the different distances, so you then can tell when it is advisable to use a mic. Sound good? All right, so we're just sort of carrying on, and a couple of things I really wanted to make a point of. The first was I've made a conscious effort not to use any light. This is just the light from my phone. I've got an old iPhone, but it just serves me plenty good. I'm very happy with it. But what I'm trying to say is that if you have the choice of one or the other, you've got to have better audio quality than you even do with video quality. You can get away with it being a little bit dark and what have you if the sound is good. Now, what I had said to you before in the previous video was, when the phone is relatively close to you, you can just about get away with natural audio. But when the phone is further away from you, when you've put it on a stand or a tripod, it's a little bit more difficult. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move this phone further away from me, and I'm going to use the phone microphone, the inbuilt one, and I want you to hear the difference. All right, so the idea is not to get overly struck on the light. I've deliberately not worked on the lights for a reason, but you can hear me talking through the phone. Phones, it's not an unbelievable distance away from me, but it is far enough away from me, okay? And you can hear the audio. Now, what I'm going to do in the next clip, I'm actually going to put a microphone on, right? So it's connected to the iPhone, and then I've actually got the mic itself that is put here, and I want you to be able to listen to the difference. Okay, so I'm actually further away now, and I'm holding it just so you can sort of hear the difference between this and the previous one, okay? But what I'm trying to say in this instance is you can notice a difference. I'm still far away. I still don't have the best light in the world, yet I have a microphone that I can connect to the iPhone for when I'm a bit further away. Now, it actually, you know, you can flip it in different ways. You can have it sort of sit at different angles. The reason I'm holding it up, I can't find that little spongy thing that goes on the end, if you like. But what I'm hoping is that you can tell the difference in the sound. Now, I'm going to go back to it without this microphone. So here I am, okay? You can hear it again. So the whole thing is the distance. Now, I'm going to walk closer to the phone. Right, so what I'm just trying to say to you is that you just by going out of your way to sort of sort out a couple of things when it comes to the audio, your phone will take care of the video aspect, and particularly when you start getting some sort of lights of any kind, or you use natural light as I'm doing here, you can shoot really good videos. But do not let yourself down and put the wrong message across to somebody who's actually, they can't even hear your messaging by not taking care of the audio properly, okay? Sorry, I just reached over because I'm just going to sort of conclude with this one. All right, so just to conclude, I've got the mic back on, and you would have heard, even with this one, at times it sounds a little bit scratchy. It doesn't have, like I said, that spongy thing on there, but also it's a very basic mic, and this is once again, from a mindset standpoint, you don't have to go nuts buying the most expensive thing of everything, but you've just got to be able to get some things that can work correctly for you. I'm actually quite lucky because this is a relatively small room that I'm in, right? But what happens is just, you know, the poor quality will be magnified if you're in a room that doesn't have the greatest acoustics. It sounds very boxy, kind of like the one that was sent to us from a client. They were in a relatively big room. Clearly the phone was at a distance enough and it sounded bad. And I know I might get in trouble for this, and I know they may not appreciate me saying this. I'm not naming and shaming, but that is sort of the reason why I wanted to share with you. Invest in one of these. What I'll actually try and do, I'll find some links for stuff like that. We're not compensated in any way, shape or form. If you do go ahead and buy them, we are compensated and rewarded when you shoot videos that are going to enable people to learn about your product, your service, your program, your message, yourself, your own personal brand. And if we can help with any of that, we'd love to hear from you. You'll see information here on how we can do that. Till next time, I'm Mucha Marapa. Keep recording, keep uploading to the cloud, and if you want, we'll take care of the rest.